I'm listening to my own songs. This one being a real slow one. It's about this area in Switzerland and about those boulders falling. You know, the rock is falling and it falls until it's laying there, and all these findlings stuff, and then it's a old German song that I did because of Erhard Landmann. Yeah, I really need to listen to radio soon. My own songs are a bit. This one is the Swiss German one, Gangster, that I did all week long. You know, I produced the video for it. A music clip. Yeah. So yeah, we are again on the way up. This time it's with toilet paper, not heavy. This backpack is barely there. Yeah, I put on the radio maybe. So Gangster, that's my song. And I'm listening on my MP3. Hello. Unknown artist. Hello. Gangster. Unknown artist. Come on. Get it going. Fucking rotten hell. There you go, Gangster. You saw it. I used to have a Swiss German title, which would be the same word, but written with those dots on the A. I was talking to Esther, and the reason why I'm shutting this down. Hello? The reason why I finally left was because I was mentioning Ed Chirini, and he has files up on picture searches, Pinterest and Google and stuff, and also on his Well-Aware one, where he shows that Kermit Roosevelt was a referee in America, Walt Disney, and Hitler. So his sister was Eva Braun, and so on. And then also Werner von Braun was one of those Roosevelt, Bush people, you know, that became the Clintons, and, you know, it's nice and cold in this forest. I was sitting in a garden beforehand, so Esther went like, you know, you can't go say the Holocaust has never happened. So I said, I didn't say that. I just said that Hitler was depicted by someone, and he was not this Austrian guy coming over to Germany, sucked in to this NSPD, and then became Hitler. That's just those vague data the elite put out about Hitler, so that we at least have something. So yeah, and he was called Kermit, and also, yeah, you can tell by the photos of Disney's villa that it's the same like this, I think it's called Hohenzollern house by Hitler. It was visually flipped, so all the photos they took over in America, they just needed to flip them again, so they didn't have to fly over all the time for like these meetings and stuff that they pretended to have on there. Yeah. Or was it Braunfels? I don't recall. I think Hohenzollern is a castle. It's not the one. I don't know the name. But you can see that one on the movie Desilu Effect by Ed Chiarini. There he shows you the basic facts about this actor-based media reality. So Esther went like, oh, you gotta leave. You know, I know someone. And her children died. And then she asked, well, are your parents still living? Well, on that level, I'm not operating. I don't let myself be punished emotionally, because what they do with this lots of surviving videos of the Holocaust, you know, is to make us feel bad. And the Germans, having had a whole or many generations kind of lost, because they still kind of are the bad guys, you know, because of this history. So I know from the Anti-Century Coalition by Ivo Sasek, who runs a sect, but otherwise has legit people flown in that he isn't connected to, that give speeches. So that guy that tells about this flight over to Great Britain, and also Hitler, his words, I don't want the total war, he says, and proves manifold that this is not the truth. So what you read in your history books was written and printed by the elite. So the brainwashing they want us to have, they put in there, not necessarily what has happened, actual facts. So yeah, I don't know nothing. I just say that once people from the elite start to make up facts like, yeah, stuff that isn't so far back, we have to look at. So 9/11, when building number 7 falls with no reason, when all the police firemen survive entering the 2 buildings and then getting out, you know, they were bought. When Judy Wood says in Where Did the Towers Go? No seismic measurements were recorded from debris falling on the ground. So some kind of special super weapon has kind of made stuff in midair to puff into nothing. So kind of strange, this controlled demolition, where the owner of these 60-year-old towers had in the contract with the city that he has to have a demolition plan for these buildings. If they needed to be taken down, he needs to do it clean. So yeah, and then those flights, I mean, come on. And then, I mean, we haven't been there, so it's really difficult to prove anything. So also, the channel that stood in front of the pebbles, the debris, and it wasn't existent. Like Judy Wood says, it was like, you know, it vanished in midair, so nothing fell to the ground. However they did that, we don't know. So yeah, But you just have to remember that on the Mickey Mouse they showed us the internet, which was the clever book by Tick Tick Trick and Truck, the nephews of Donald. So, you know, if you can have internet before it actually exists, then maybe this weapon that can make stuff disappear, maybe some kind of plasma weapon, whatever it is, you know, exists. We don't have to investigate it all down to the last detail. It's just when they start lying on stuff that you clearly can prove, like Ed Carini was proving that in the fire extinguisher in the air, like in the ceiling from the Pentagon, there was fire enhancer. That's why all that fire broke out there. You can, by their pictures, prove them wrong. So, like them, the Pentagon. So when they start lying to us, they make up stuff. Lying is making up stuff. So when something real has happened, actually has happened, you don't need to make up stuff. Oh yeah, you want to hide certain facts from the public? Oh well, I don't think you will have to lie on so many ends on such stupid things. Also lie so unprofessionally because you own the media, and it doesn't really matter what you feed the public, because yeah, you are the financial majority, like you own the financial majority, all the finances, so you're not in no way threatened by the audience. You know, you just brainwash them to finally believe the moon landing and the International Space Station, and then of course also the satellites, and yeah, and you put out some Mandela effect and Pizzagate and flat earth, so that people that really investigate kind of get thrown into, you know, the same crowd with these people, even though I once investigated these things and now I freed myself from it. So it's like, you know, brainwashing is their weapon. The media are their weapons, all the media. So they don't need to be afraid. They just blow up buildings and check in the insurance and build a kind of structure to remind everybody forever. And now that's it. So the ones born and reading in a school book, oh yeah, 9/11, aeroplanes flew into the buildings, they collapsed, like 3,000 dead people, but the firemen, all of them went in and came out living. Oh well, they will believe that, you know, the chance of people really reasoning things because they have seen the footage or the reporters on television talking bullshit. And then also 9/11, this investigation was totally unsatisfactory, and then people also leading this whole movement astray, like this alt-right, and you know, people on YouTube, like really, can you hear this bird? That's the funny bone I'm talking about. This bird makes these noises all the time. Can you hear? Oh! Like he's, you know, on the edge of, you know, or really upset, and now like, you know, kind of complaining. I'll start anew. There you see how steep the cable car